Hello everyone, I'm Stacia Erdis, and this is the Business Journal Daily Buzz for Wednesday, November 25th, 2009.
Today's Business Journal Daily Buzz is brought to you by Columbiana Ford.
The FDIC reports that Ohio financial institutions increased their lending in the third quarter. Statistics released this Wednesday show FDIC-insured banks upped their lending by more than $700 million. Real estate lending in Ohio increased by $6 billion to $634 billion, while lending to individuals increased by $5 billion to $147 billion. Congressman Charlie Wilson wants to know why local company Summitville Tiles wasn't allowed to bid on a $250,000 school construction project at Fort Bragg, the U.S. Army instead accepting a bid from a German company. In a letter to Secretary of the Army John McHugh, Wilson and other lawmakers write, quote, "We request an explanation of the United States Army's decision to overlook a domestic manufacturer and the failure to support the American economy." It goes on to encourage the Army to reopen the bidding process. A parking deck could go up on the north side of West Commerce Street across from the Voinovich Center. The Youngstown Central Area Community Improvement Corporation has authorized $2,500 for a feasibility study. The current lot, divided into lower and upper levels, has space for about 245 cars. A parking deck could hold up to 1,000 cars and would serve the growing number of people working and going to school downtown. Some economic numbers now as consumers get back into a buying mood. The Commerce Department reports consumer spending rose 0.7% in October, better than expected, an encouraging sign for economic recovery. However, durable goods orders fell last month 0.6%, the first decline since August. And the number of newly laid off workers filing claims for unemployment benefits fell more than expected last week to the lowest level in over a year. First-time claims dropped by 35,000 to 466,000, and the number of those receiving benefits also fell sharply to 5.42 million. Humility of Mary Health Partners is no longer involved in efforts to acquire any of Forum Health's assets. Sources say that was made clear in an internal memo. Meanwhile, Forum says it will take 2 weeks now to evaluate its options before deciding whether to sell all or some of its assets or pursue a reorganization plan. That decision expected now by December 14th. Just 3 years after opening, Harry and Jean's restaurant in Canfield is closed. The message is posted on the front doors of the restaurant, and patrons who call for takeout orders now find the phone line disconnected. The owners, brothers Ralph and David Moranto, could not be reached for comment. Schwabel's has apparently ended its promotion with the Ringling Brothers Barnum & Bailey Circus. The bread company was targeted 2 weeks ago by PETA, who released undercover video of Ringling Brothers allegedly abusing animals. PETA says Schwabel's ended the promotion after receiving thousands of emails and phone calls from concerned consumers. No one from Schwabel's is commenting. Toyota announces it will replace 3.8 million gas pedals on recalled vehicles because the pedals become jammed in the floor mats. And now that the auction of equipment is over, Bob Frederick will now sell the 38,000 square foot building he'd been planning to remodel for a new Chrysler showroom. Frederick, who lost his Chrysler dealership on Market Street as part of Chrysler's bankruptcy restructuring plan, auctioned off $300,000 worth of equipment Tuesday. He says he was overwhelmed as hundreds turned out, including Chuck Eddy of Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Austintown.
It's certainly not the last of the auctions across the country, because this industry is still churning. It's still, the domestics are still struggling. Ford dealers are struggling. General Motors dealers are certainly struggling.
The auction was held at the vacant Spartan Chevrolet, which is now up for sale with 2 interested buyers. You can hear more from Chuck Eddy in our 3 Minutes With interview on our website, BusinessJournalDaily.com. Ohio's deer gun season opens Monday, and sales of licenses and permits are traditionally strongest the Sunday after Thanksgiving, with nearly 50,000 licenses sold that day last year. Ohio ranks 8th nationally in annual hunting-related sales and 10th in the number of jobs associated with the hunting industry. And the Business Journal Daily Buzz continues in 15 seconds.
Boardman Medical Supply is the right choice for home medical equipment. For the best selection of products and services, call Boardman Medical Supply, the right choice.
In the mid-November issue of the Business Journal, we have a health update on nutrition and obesity. Reporter Jeremy Leidick talks to local nutritionists, including Dr. Mohammed Shayesta, who says obesity is the foundation for almost every chronic disease.
Our belly fat literally can kill us through stroke because of blood pressure, can kill us through heart attack because of elevation of cholesterol, triglyceride, lowering your good cholesterol, increasing your bad cholesterol. Our belly fat can kill us through type 2 diabetes, blood clot, cancer, and other inflammatory disease.
Parents need to have good, healthy food in the house. If they get the junk out of the house, have good, healthy food in the house for the kids to eat, then the kids will eat the healthy food.
Read more of the story in the mid-November issue of the Business Journal. And that's the Business Journal Daily Buzz for this Wednesday. I'm Stacia Ertis. Have a happy Thanksgiving and a great weekend. We'll see you back here again on Monday.
Isn't it time to buy a Ford? Come to Columbiana Ford, where we make driving affordable.